Hi guys, it's me, Teresa Perrin. Welcome back. Today I want to discuss something that's driving me nuts, and it's happening across three tickers that I follow pretty regularly that have been severely manipulated down in price and continue to have very, let's say, odd, to say the least, barcoding action in the price chart. This is not normal movements by any means, especially when these stocks, well, at least 2 out of the 3 are trading millions of shares per day. It makes 0 sense, and the SEC is completely overlooking this because if they were paying attention, this would not be happening, guys. Stocks do not trade millions of shares per day and stay at the same exact price or within a penny or two of each other up and down the entire day. It's not how the stock market works. It's based on supply and demand. However, guys, when your supply and demand is coming because a lot of you are still trading on platforms such as Robinhood, Webull, TD Ameritrade, and other payment for order flow services, brokerages, and that is part of the problem. Because I'm going to show you not only this barcoding action, but I'm going to show you the amount of trades done in the dark pool today alone and in the past 20 days. Guys, how this can be allowed and how there is not a huge movement in demand that the SEC bans the dark pool is beyond me. In my opinion, we need to ban the dark pool and we need to get rid of payment for order flow. Now, many people have asked me, what can we do as retail? I'm going to tell you straight out what you can do. You can ditch your apps like Robinhood and Webull that do payment for order flow. Get rid of them. Or turn off your share lending programs. I know on Webull you can. I don't think you can on Robinhood. But I'd be curious to find out. Unfortunately, guys, I do use Robinhood for options only because I'm allowed to have instant access to my funds. But guys, I think I'm going to have to leave them completely. This has gone too far and it's not okay to be giving them any money at all. And I highly recommend that you guys follow me in that. I know it's scary to move some of your, I split up. Those of you that follow me know that I split up my high conviction trades such as BBIG, MULN, AMC, GME into many different brokerage accounts because after that buy button was taken away the first time, I don't have any trust in this system. I am being completely honest with you. So I do have some shares in Robinhood as one of them because like I said, I have them divided between all my brokerages. And guys, I have like 6 brokerage platforms. So Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, Moomoo, Webull, Robinhood, who I can't stand, Coinbase. I think there's another, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Anyways, those are my main ones. So there's a problem. And the solution is that we just need to leave these platforms altogether. And I'm getting pretty darn close to making that call. My only fear is that in the transaction, and guys, this has been a fair for the past year, so I think I just need to bite the bullet. I'm going to say if it doesn't happen by my daughter's birthday, that I am going to completely transfer my shares because I need to get out of there, even those small positions, and hope that the other ones don't do what Robinhood did in the past. Anyways, let's get back to this. Currently, we are in barcode jail, and I'm going to show you what that looks like, and then we're going to talk about, again, payment for order flow we just discussed, and this payment for order flow allows them to be paid. So Robinhood's getting paid to send all their shares to Citadel or whoever the primary market maker is, right? And as a result, they're getting millions of dollars in kickback because they're stealing from us, guys. They're holding all those orders and sending them in block trades or through the dark pool so that our orders it doesn't matter for the volume. It doesn't affect the supply and demand. That is not what the dark pool was made for. I encourage you all, if you don't understand the dark pool, I did a video very specifically on it. You need to watch it. You need to understand this. It is very important. So let's look at the patterns that we saw today in these 3 tickers. And guys, there's probably hundreds more. These are just the 3 that I've noticed for weeks on end, but I'm only going to use today specifically. Okay, guys, this is MULN's chart for today, solely for today. As you can see, the majority of the day, it traded in a complete barcode without any interaction. It attempted at the beginning of the day to break out of this barcoding pattern. This previous day, it barcoded as well, guys. Then it tried to make a run, fell back down, and it tried a couple times, but ultimately continued in this barcoding pattern, up and down within half a cent all day long, literally all day long. So closing the day out at 101. Guys, I mean, does that look like something that's trading millions of shares a day should be trading that way? No, it's not. This one's even worse. Check out BBIG. This movement here happened in the after hours. The entire day in market hours, this is where we traded in a barcode the entire day. Guys, if no one was trading this stock, that would be one thing. But I'm going to show you how many millions of shares were traded, or a million or whatever. I'm going to show you in just a minute. This barcode, literally, this looks like when you go shopping and you're scanning your groceries in a self-checkout, that code that you're scanning. Literally, there's jokes popping up all over the internet with like scanning price tag type labels, making fun of this. And isn't this sad that a NASDAQ traded stock is trading like this? This is not the OTC world. This is odd. So odd. And look at, interestingly enough, it's the same exact price as MULN, guys. $1.01. Next, this one's slightly different, but I want to show you because this is also considered a barcoding pattern. And interestingly enough, this lovely little barcode was making a bull flag today. Check it. Here's our pole, and then it comes down, and it extends to a very long barcode. Right at the end of the day, it tried to shoot up and did succeed, where it continued to barcode again, guys. Then they tried to bring it down, brought it back up, and currently, it is just flatlining. Probably because it's not being traded in the after hours. But look at this. The difference, it's up only 3 cents with this movement, guys. But this is all barcoding too. This is not normal in the least bit. Now, out of all the stocks, I will say, SPIR has been beat down for months. And I mean months. Probably even closer to a year now. This was a $10 SPAC. It's $1.32. Sound familiar? Yeah, because a lot of them are trading like this right now. But this is actually a very, very good company that's been getting a lot of contracts. And despite its great news after great news, and even with like some of its competitors running today, it did this. Guys, have you heard of a sympathy play? This should have been running too, was it? No, it was doing this. That's why this is on my radar today. Something's up big time. And when this thing pops, I'm telling you, and it will, all 3 of these will, they're going to go. Now, BBIG traded 4.3 million shares today, guys. 81% of those were in the dark pool. 81%. Where in this world is that even okay? They might as well just make the marketplace called the dark pool market, because clearly this isn't a free and fair exchange. Absolutely not. Not when 81% of your orders are being sent to the dark pool. Please go watch my dark pool video and see what the dark pool is supposed to be used for, because it's not supposed to be used for 81% of the volume on any given day. No. And guys, it's been for the last 20 days trading an average of 3.5 million shares over the past 20 days, of which 64% has been in the dark pool. That is not normal. None of this is normal. Please understand that. Moving on. MULN. MULN traded 16.8 million shares today, guys. 16.8 million. And barcoded all day. You tell me how that's even possible. And gee, surprise, surprise, 77% of MULN's trades were in the dark pool today. Again, how is any of this okay? Now let me tell you something else about BBIG and MULN. They have their shareholder meetings tomorrow. There's an opportunity to ask questions. I would love, I don't know if MULN's having that opportunity, but I know BBIG is. I don't know if I'll be in either call or try to be listening to both. I don't think I can do both. I may choose one or the other. I might choose to listen to them both after hours on repeat because honestly, guys, I'm so frustrated right now. I don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow morning. But 77% of the total volume on MULN was in the dark pool. And over the past 20 days, 65% was. So here's what I want you guys to do if any of you get the opportunity to ask a question. Ask them what they're doing about this extreme amount of manipulation in the dark pool and quote these. You can even tell them to watch my video because this is not okay. And I've been tweeting for several months about the dark pool manipulation, guys, and using Market Chameleon to show you what volume is being traded in the dark pool because, guys, this is not okay. And how the SEC can overlook 16.8 million shares being traded and it moving a penny? For real? That's what our markets come to. It's sad. It's actually disgusting. Because if you really think that this is a free and fair market, sorry, hate to tell you, hate to burst your bubble. It's nothing but that. Nothing. Now, unfortunately, because SPIR does not have a lot of volume, it is not covered under Market Chameleon. So I cannot see what it's done over the past 20 days. The best I can get is Fintel, which tells me that it only had 63,124 shares traded today. But guys, that tiny little amount of shares, 45% of that, according to Fintel, which is always much lower than the actual reality, by the way, was traded in the dark pool. But here's something else interesting about SPIR. If it's not on your watch list, ticker SPIR, add it. Because short interest, even though it claims it's only 3.76%, I mean, if it is, it's because they've gotten everyone to sell out of their shares because they've basically made it 90% less than it ever was when people bought it. So, you know, if people bought it at that top at $10 and they're not in a good place. But also, interestingly enough, it's 6.95 days to cover should this ever squeeze. Guys, I'm watching SPIR carefully because I actually think it's an excellent company with great opportunity. I think if you can get past the manipulation over the next couple of years, in 5 to 10 years, this is going to be a banger. Mark my words. They're getting excellent contracts and they're a great growth company. So when growth comes back and is dead on, you know, and people start trading it again, you better believe that this one's going to be one that's going to run. I believe it anyways. Do your DD. I highly recommend it. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. Please, if you don't understand the dark pool, go back and watch that video I made. This is seriously messed up and it needs to stop. I am going to address, I said this in my Redbox video, I'm also going to bring it here. Wall Street Custodian and I are putting together something in October where we all want to have a piece where we want to bring all of retail together to have peaceful demonstrations at the SEC buildings. We haven't decided upon a date yet, but more information will come. We're looking for people to volunteer to lead this for their local city. I am in Boston. I will be taking Boston. Wall Street Custodian is in New York, and he will be taking New York. Aaron has agreed to help out as well. I'm not sure what city Aaron wants to take. I think Aaron may be in New York or New Jersey himself. I'm not quite sure of that, but that's my remembrance of it. If you guys know, maybe he could do Philly for us, but we all need to get together, guys, and we need to fight for what we believe in. And when I say fight, I do not mean violently. This is going to be peaceful. If you are thinking anything other than that, don't show up. We want peacefulness. We want signs. We want the media to come. And we want to tell them what we're fighting for and what's going on. Because this is not okay. Hit me up in the comments below or hit me up on Twitter. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. I'd love to hear if you'd like to take a city. We would like to get all the cities that the SEC has locations in to have representation. So we need leaders for every single city. And we need people to attend, guys. So I hope that you'll all consider it. We do not have the date set in stone yet, but we plan to do it in October when the weather is cooler. It is too hot right now, and heat brings out anger in people, and there's a lot of angry people, rightfully so, and we want this to be peaceful. So we are going to wait until October to do this. But guys, it needs to get done. Our voices need to be heard, and we need the media to get on this. We need them to understand what retail is so upset about, because they're stealing from us. They want us to continue to have to slave and work hard every day to fight for, you know, our retirements and whatever else. And then they want to take that from us. It's not okay. It's not okay. Time to stop being sheep and be leaders, guys. Stand up. Have a say. Help out with this. Hope that you'll all be there. Anyone who's interested in coming to Boston or that's in Boston or, you know, a local area and you're willing to come for a day in October, it will be a weekday because it needs to be when the SEC is open. Please hit me up. I'd love to have you. And I'd love some help too in the organization. So if you're in Washington, D.C., any other city, I have a list of all the cities where the SEC is as we put together more info. Wall Street Custodian and I think Aaron's going to help out too. And I've also reached out to Hoop Money, Johnny Love, True Demon. Hopefully some of them will help out as well. Guys, the more the merrier. We need as many voices. And, you know, if anyone has a connection to Trades, to any of the larger people on YouTube, Matt Kors, Meet Kevin, Jeremy LaFleur, Keenan Grace, any of them, please tell them to contact me. I'd love for them to get involved in this. It's very important. We all show face, guys. All right. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Hit me up in the comments below if you would like to take part in this. Thanks so much.